I think it should be Matheus Fernandes or Alex Scott, because both of them players, they can play as a 6, they can play as an 8, they can play a little bit more advanced. Ideally, you wouldn't want them playing as 6s, to be honest with you, but they both can do it. They're both young, Premier League proven players, but still have a next level to go up, both with massive potential. I think it's an Alex Scott or Matheus Fernandes is that number 8 that you want, that really strong number 8 that is going to hopefully go to the next level whilst they're at the club and you're buying in young talent. I see Tchouaméni as the Casemiro replacement. I see Tchouaméni as the established Champions League winner, out-and-out number 6, the aerial capability that is going to come in and replace Casemiro. So for me, them two deals are separate. Again, I have this feeling, because I feel like this is the way Manchester United should be thinking. It's based on nothing I've heard, or, if you look at the briefs, you wouldn't think that. But I think we will sign Tchouaméni on top of either a Fernandes or an Alex Scott. That's what I'm hoping for. So I don't really bring Tchouaméni into the conversation. With Alex Scott, it's very, very obvious that if we don't get this Matheus Fernandes deal over the line, that is where we're going next. Will Bournemouth sell? It's yet to be seen. But what I would say when it comes to the price is, if Manchester United don't want to pay 80, 85 million for Matheus Fernandes, which is looking like what West Ham are absolutely holding out for, and I've got a bit of news I want to bring in on Fernandes and some thoughts on that as well. A lot of people up in arms about him not choosing his preference as Manchester United. I mean, I think there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that are probably, causing this delay. I'm not saying he has chosen United as his preference, but I think there's loads of mitigating factors that people don't always take into consideration. But Alex Scott is the player we'll go for next. Well, if Matheus Fernandes is going to be 80, 85 million, he's going to go somewhere, whether it's Manchester United or Spurs. If Spurs go and get him, it's going to be because Manchester United won't pay. So that means he probably is going to go for around 80, 85 million pounds if Spurs do get him. Sandro Tonali's on the cusp of going for 90 million pounds. I get he's a little bit more experienced, but it's still a lot of money. Elliot Anderson, I mean, you can argue what figure it is, 116 or 130. He's still gone for a huge price tag. Bournemouth aren't just going to say, Manchester United, you know what? Yes, you can have one of the top young midfielders in the Premier League for a bargain price of 65 million. They're not going to do that. Of course, if Alex Scott refuses to sign a contract, he's got 2 years left on his deal. Of course, you have a little bit to bargain with Bournemouth for, because they don't want him to go into the last year of his contract. They don't. But they do still have 2 years. They are still good at getting good prices for their players. And I don't think it's going to be a simple solution of, we'll go for Alex Scott. He's going to be a lot cheaper and, quality-wise, we rate them both. I don't think it will be like that. I think quality-wise, they are both good. I saw Goldbridge on a show the other day say that he actually preferred Alex Scott. I really like Alex Scott. I personally prefer Matheus Fernandes. I think his ceiling is slightly higher. I think they're both very good players. I would sign both, but I think if Tchouaméni's on the market, we should just go for one. But I think Matheus Fernandes, there is a reason why PSG, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Spurs now, and Manchester United are all circling this player. There's a reason why Fabrizio Romano said he's one of the most coveted, players on the market right now. Like, there's a lot of interest in him, and I think it's because his ceiling is absolutely massive. I mean, I've spoke to quite a few West Ham fans who are really confident he's going to be a £100+ million player in the future, and Alex Scott might get to that level as well. Every time I watch Alex Scott, I am impressed. I do have to preface by saying that. But if Matheus Fernandes is your guy, go and get him, because the price difference really is probably going to be maximum 10 to 15 million, if that. I mean, Laurie Whitwell still thinks that if Alex Scott goes this summer, the price could be less than 80 million, but Bournemouth will push hard when all these other players are going for a big price tag. So, look, I think Alex Scott would be a great buy. Would he choose Manchester United over Arsenal? I mean, if we can't even beat Spurs to a player, you struggle, don't you? However, I do think every player is different, and with the Fernandes thing, I actually don't think he's chosen Spurs over us. I mean, I don't think he's made a decision yet, but I'll get into that in a second. With Alex Scott, his stepsister being part of the women's team could be a help. It absolutely could. And, I would put us in a good place in a transfer battle against any club apart from the likes of a Real Madrid.